Hi, it's Johan Krenner speaking. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm the clinical psychologist in Cape Town, based in South Africa. I received a lot of requests on different diagnoses of disorders and what it entails and what does it actually mean for the everyday person out there. So I thought I'm going to do diagnostics for you, taking every disorder almost in a DSM and explain it to you in layman's terms best way I can for you to understand to seek help. So the first one I would like to start with off the bang is obviously depression, or as we call it, major depressive disorder or major depressive episodes. We also call it dysthymia, which is more persistent depressive episodes. But be as it may, it's depression as a whole. And I think what's important is that depression is not only the way you feel, but it's got functionality symptoms as well, which can impede one's life. And it's a very serious disorder, and it's obviously one of the world's most diagnosed disorders. And sometimes it's too late to identify, and then the help becomes difficult to seek, and it can become detrimental to one's health. What I want to start with is it's usually when people find it hopeless, sadness, loneliness, a lost feeling, feeling withdrawal, feeling that there's no outcome, or feeling that there's no hope for their future at all. It's almost like looking in the lens and you only see the lens, but you don't see the outer parts of the lens. That is depression as a whole, to see how you feel. But more functionality wise, it depends on how you sleep. It can impact your sleep. It can either make you hypersomnia or insomnia, where you can fall too much asleep or you sleep too much during the day and you feel constantly tired, or you struggle to sleep at all at night and your mind is just too active. That's a big role because the lack of sleep or too much sleep can influence your energy levels and your lethargicness, and that impacts you differently how you operate during the day at work. Another one is interest, your interest that you have, hobbies that you have, things that you used to like to do, suddenly sees has stopped actually. We call it scientifically anhedonia is the correct term. It is where you just don't have the energy to seek the things that you used to enjoy, or you just lack energy of actually doing what you used to do. That is dangerous as well because you feel like you can't do anything. You feel debilitated. You feel that you have frozen up, freezing time. Another one that is important is guilt feelings. Guilt feelings can come from even appropriate guilt or appropriate guilt, but mostly it's inappropriate guilt. It's almost guilt feelings that I'm alive, guilt feelings that why should I feel this way? And one should be very careful about guilt feelings. Definitely, guilt, regret, and shame is one of the most hardest feelings there are out there. It's got a multitudinal form of feelings behind each one of them. And depression have guilt as a precursor, and one should really be aware of if you have constant guilt feelings, it's a precursor of depression. Another one is where you feel lethargic, you feel you're dragging your feet, you feel your energy is low. Doesn't matter how much you rest or you get rest, you feel tired. You feel constantly that you're struggling to walk, that you feel drained and delayed in a sense in everything. Everything is delayed. That again impacts your focus and concentration is really bad. You struggle to do your work or to do your daily activities. You become forgetfulness, memory loss. It's almost like we call it pseudo dementia, almost like you experience some form of dementia, which is not the case, but it almost feels like it. And that's how depression can actually numb your brain and cause brain fog. And then, of course, the big one, suicidal ideation or homicidal ideation. Suicidal ideation means where you really contemplate to take your life. You feel so stuck that you don't feel there's hope out of anything in your life, and that you feel depression has finally takes its toll, and that you contemplate to take your life. Of course, this is never the way to do it. There's always hope with depression, there's always hope with seeking help. Also, homicidal rage, if anger is becoming too much and you feel angry about certain people or angry about yourself and you want to hurt someone else, can also be very dangerous. These are all steps in depression in a nutshell that can actually play a big role. Treatment wise, there's a lot of treatment modalities that one can seek help with. One can seek help with cognitive behavioral therapy, where one works on the thinking application and helps you to think better and more balanced thinking to help you regulate your mood better and regulate your emotions and leads to better actions and choices that you make. This can help in daily events or triggers in your life, and that can make a huge impact in your life to make it better. This is not a quick fix, though. This is repetitiveness. This is reinsurance that you have to practice and practice and practice to get it right. But it must start somewhere. Another treatment modalities is the unconsciousness, and to tap into unconsciousness to see what are the defense mechanisms, what is the resistance of fulfilling your life. Is there past traumas maybe that's blocking you a certain way, that's causing trauma? Is there abandonment issues, rejection issues that might play a bigger, deeper role that one needs to unpack and see how that influences your thinking and your actions and what you do in your life? So I hope this helps a lot. I know depression is one of the big things in life that people hide from. They still feel there's a stigma, but in today's life, one shouldn't feel that there's a stigma. Please seek help out there. There's a lot of help out there. There's 24 hours, 24/7 help, free helplines. SADAG is there for South Africa. Internationally, there's helplines. And of course, there's psychologists who you can reach out to as well, who can help you with your depression and help you get out of the slump. And really, you can start a new life. It's possible, it's hard work, but it's doable. And it needs to start somewhere. I hope this helps you a little bit about depression. Watch my channel for future disorders, which I will discuss. Next one will be anxiety, which I will highlight and how that works and hopefully share some light on disorders and gives you some bit more judgment and insight for you to seek help and to identify if you are maybe struggling with some of it. Thank you for watching my channel. I hope this is a short video and not long, but I hope it makes an impact. Have a good day. Thank you. Cheers. Bye.